Hey guys, what's going on? It's Olton and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best Streamlabs OBS settings for low-end/budget PCs. So let's get right into it. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is open up your Streamlabs OBS. Go to the bottom left where you should see a little settings cog. This could also be elsewhere, so just look around and make sure you click on it. It'll send you straight to the general tab where you'll see a few options, but you don't really need to worry about any of these because they won't impact your streaming quality. So just head over 1, 2, 3, 4 tabs down to video and we'll get started. The first thing you're going to see is the base canvas resolution. If you have a really poor computer, I would definitely recommend setting this to 1280 by 720. And if you're wondering, how do I know if my computer is poor, Olton? Well, let's just say you're playing a game and you're really struggling to run it and everything is just laggy or getting stutters. If that's happening, set this to 1280 by 720. If your game is running all right, set that to 1920 by 1080. Moving on down to output scaled resolution, I would recommend this for all of you to try out 1280 by 720 first. This is probably going to be the most enjoyable for your viewers to watch you in. But if after you watch this video and you try it out, it looks really blurry or there's issues, try lowering it, but I wouldn't recommend going below 480. Now moving on to downscale filter, there are 3 options: Billionaire, Bicubic, and Lanxos. Lanxos is something that you do not want to try right now. This is for high-end PCs, and your stream most likely will have trouble running if you do select this option. Billionaire and Bicubic are the 2 I'd recommend. Billionaire shouldn't make a difference if these 2 numbers are scaling, but I would definitely recommend you guys on your own to try out both of these and see if you can see a difference. Billionaire though, again, if you have a very poor computer, like I was talking about earlier, 720, if you're running 720, keep that at Billionaire. But if you're, trying 1080p out, then give Bicubic a shot. And if it doesn't work, again, go to Bilinear. Alright, next we're moving on to FPS type. I would recommend keeping this at common FPS values. I wouldn't want to mess with any of these right now. This is going to give you the best performance. Common FPS values, keep it at 30. If anything, if it's really laggy or you're struggling, can lower it a bit, but do not make this higher. Keep this at 30. Now we're going to move on to output. So just go up 1, 2, and we'll be right here. Output mode, make sure that this is advanced. Audio track, if you don't know what an audio track is, let me show you real quick. So you want to just go right above your mixer, open advanced audio settings, and here are your tracks. So mine is playing through all of them, so that means I could basically run this through any track. But if yours, let's say, is only on 4 or 5, then make sure that when you go back to output, that this is on one of those options. Encoder basically, it translates and sends your video and sends it to Twitch or whatever platform you use. And if you're wondering what these options are, software is your CPU, basically the brain of your computer. Hardware is your graphics card, your GPU. I wouldn't recommend this at all for anybody watching this video, but these 2 are both options that I will show you guys, and I'll show you guys the best. So first of all, I guess we will start with software. So definitely keep this on. Make sure these are both checked. Output resolution, 1280 by 720. But again, like we talked about in video, if you're struggling with 720, you were trying out, let's say 576, it was going well, give this a shot 100% and put that in there. But we're going to keep this at 720. All right, guys, we're now going to be talking about rate control. There are 4 different options here, and the most common option that you've probably seen is CBR, controlled bitrate. So this basically means that once you choose a number, let's just say 2500, CBR is going to try and run this number throughout your entire stream without going up or down. It's going to try to keep it nice and stable. So let's talk about this number though, bitrate. What I would recommend for people that aren't Twitch affiliated, keep this number at 2500. Again, this is completely different if you're on YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, just leave a comment and I'll try to help you out. But we're talking about Twitch. So keep this at 2500 if you are not affiliated. If you are affiliated, give 3000 a shot. If this number is like, you open your stream, you see it's way too pixelated, too blurry, drop it down to 2500. But I would recommend giving 3000 a shot at the beginning. Use custom buffer size. You can keep this unchecked. Keyframe interval 0. CPU usage, either faster, very fast, super fast, ultra fast. Again, this is something that you guys should try to experiment yourselves. But if I would recommend something, it would either be super fast or very fast if you are going to go with the software option. Profile, keep this at main. Don't do baseline or high, just do main. Tune, you don't have to put anything in here. And X24 options, keep this blank. Now moving on to NVENC. This is if you want to choose to stream with your graphics card. Enforce streamer service encoder settings checked. Rescale output checked. Output resolution, you want to do the same that you were doing before, like we talked about. Again, there's also a different type of rate control. You can also try CQP, which means constant quantization parameter. And the only thing is, if you choose this, your bitrate is unknown. It's just kind of gonna go based off of your internet. So again, I would just recommend CBR for this. Again, 2.5K or 3K based on whether you're a Twitch affiliate or not. Keyframe interval 0. Quality. Can either put this on quality or performance. So quality, I would recommend if you're doing 1080 like we were talking about earlier over here. If you're doing 1080 instead of 720, then I would recommend putting quality. If you're doing that 720, do performance. Profile, I would recommend main for both of you. GPU on 0, max B frames on 2. And apart from that, everybody, these should be all the settings that will get your stream running and looking extremely good. If you guys have any more questions about this, just feel free to ask me in the comments below, or go to my Twitch channel where I stream almost daily and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. But apart from that, I hope you enjoy the settings, hope your stream looks great, and happy streaming, everybody.